Across Australia, New Zealand and the South Pacific, this is the week's Adventist news in focus.
Hello, it's great to have your company this week. I'm Sibel Kute. Communities in Western Australia's Esperance region are in shock and mourning after a devastating bushfire destroyed homes and rural properties, leaving 4 people dead. More than 300 people were evacuated from the affected areas. Church volunteers worked together with emergency services to respond to the disaster, with the Adventist Development and Relief Agency coordinating emergency accommodation for the evacuees.
With the ADRA team at Esperance, they worked really tirelessly. I'm really proud of them. They did a great job. Some of them actually lost part of their farms and they still managed to come in and help others in the community. They were great on the ground. They were great with the other agencies. You know, they just did a fantastic job.
According to experts, this year's hot and dry El Niño climate pattern could leave more than 4 million people in Pacific nations without food or drinking water. Papua New Guinea has been particularly hard hit, with 24 people already dying from hunger as crops fail, or from drinking poor quality water taken from muddy, dwindling sources. According to The Guardian, other nations affected are the Solomon Islands, Fiji, Tonga and Vanuatu, which already suffered significant crop damage earlier this year in the most severe cyclone ever to hit the island nation.
They're delivering water in Vanuatu, the Vanuatu government, to various provinces where they're really struggling because they had all their crops wiped out by Cyclone Pam, so they don't have much to eat. ADRA Australia and New Zealand have a Christmas appeal, and both of them are going to focus on the El Niño situation, the drought situation.
Seventh-day Adventists have made healthcare a priority for more than 150 years. But the completion of a 25-storey hospital building in the Chinese territory of Hong Kong is being called a miracle. The 470-bed facility will be able to cater for 1,000 outpatients per day and is an expansion of a smaller Adventist hospital that has served Hong Kong residents since 1964. According to the Adventist Review, church leaders in Hong Kong are keen for the hospital to reflect the denomination's commitment to holistic health. Lifestyle change is high on the agenda. Inpatients will be served well-balanced vegetarian meals and will each receive a visit from a chaplain. And 20% of beds will be set aside for low-income patients referred from public hospitals. 68-year-old Ramon Veron is passionate about the Christian education his grandchildren are receiving and would like other children to have the same opportunity, but he says he doesn't have a lot of money. What he does have, though, is an 18-year-old bicycle. According to Adventist Review, Mr. Veron and his daughter are currently pedalling the length of Argentina, some 6,000 kilometres from the Bolivian border to the southern tip of South America. Their aim is to raise $400,000 so that a new primary school can be built in Escobar, a satellite city of Buenos Aires. An Adventist congregation in Escobar is fully behind the project. They've kicked off the fundraising and they say the land is waiting for building to begin. That's all the news for now, but don't forget there are hundreds of other videos and news articles at the Record website for you to explore. The address is record.net.au. And in the full half hour of Record InFocus this week, unlocking the mysteries of cuneiform.
Gilgamesh was writing about the flood of Noah.
The same flood, no question. This is the same flood. Yeah.
It's exciting stuff,
So
isn't
it
it?
just helps us realise that, again, it's not a bunch of myths and legends. It's got historical accuracy.
Yeah, and especially all the way back to the flood as well.
Can puzzles and brain games really prevent dementia?
Maybe the message that we're getting that we can avoid brain deterioration by going into games, or the evidence isn't quite so supportive.
And SPD President Pastor Glenn Townend explores discipleship.
That, you know, we know how to see people come in to the church, but we're not the best at developing them once they're there.
Worth a look. Hey, thanks for your company this week. God willing, I'll see you next time for InFocus Adventist News. All the best.